Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video here on the Hawaiian Sunset channel. Today guys, I'm going to be starting a new series, and I know it's hard for me to keep up with some series, but yeah guys, so today we're going to be making a new series. What should I call it? We're just going to call it Patch Notes. Sure, we could just call it Patch Notes. So it's starting on patch 9.30. So guys, feel free to subscribe and like the video. Of course, only do that if you do really like the content I make here on the channel, because it helps me create better content for you guys. So, without further ado, let's get into the patch 9.3 notes. So, the first thing is they've added a chug splash. It says, refresh yourself and allies with this tasty new beverage. So, basically, what this is saying is this is like a new consumable being added, and you can somehow heal your teammates as well. So we're going to take a look at the trailer. Alright guys, take a look. Alright guys, so yeah, that was the trailer, and we're going to next look at the limited time mode rotation. So we have sniper shootout duos, we have trios, and we have solid gold squads. Sniper shootout duos, it says sniper rifles only, may the best aim win. On trios, classic battle royale with 3-person squads. You know, pretty simple. Actually, speaking of trios, when I started Fortnite, I was like, why don't they just make a mode for 3 people? Because at the time, I didn't know what no-fill was. Yeah, I know, I was a bot, but yeah, so yeah, and solid gold squads. Fight to the finish using legendary weapons. So, legendaries only. Here it says weapons and items. So it says Chug Splash, so they added the Chug Splash, as we already know. On impact, this thrown item, yeah. So, we just looked at the trailer, and it seems as though the, I forgot what the skin was called, but it was like a baseball skin. They were throwing the Chug Splashes at their teammates, and I saw when they threw it at themselves, they got, 20 health, or shield. So, they got 17 shield, I think it was, and 3 health. But here's what it says. On impact, this thrown item splashes liquid in a small area. All players within the splash radius will be instantly granted 20 health and shield. So this is a good way to heal your teammates, is what it's saying. And you, and well, if you want to be a nice person, I guess you can heal the enemies. But yeah, so it says it grants health unless you are full health, in which case it will grant shields. Chug Splash can heal allies, enemies, and can extend the duration of the knocked state for knocked players. And it'll say, yeah, so basically, if your friend is knocked, right? So let's say you and me, you're playing duos, right? So you're playing with Timmy, and Timmy gets knocked. And he's like, dude, revive me, I'm low. You have 10 seconds because I'm on 20 HP on a knocked state. You can just be like, chill fam, I have a Chug Splash. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it is the rare variant. It drops in stacks of 2, and the max stack size is 6. So you can only hold 6 to take up 1 inventory slot. But you can hold as many as you like, well, kind of, because you have 5 inventory slots aside from your pickaxe, but your pickaxe is you can't get rid of it. So, yeah. And it says it can be found from floor loot, chests, vending machines, supply drops, and llamas. So it's everywhere. And, well, pretty much, yeah, it's everywhere. So, guys, here's where we're getting into the juicy part. It says shotgun swap delay removed. I actually like this change, and I read the patch notes before. I just wasn't recording it. Shotgun cooldowns now only apply when the player is carrying multiple shotguns, regardless of shotgun type. So basically, if you guys don't get it, what it's saying is if you have 2 combats and you shoot and you go to another combat, or if you just like shoot, go to an AR, like shoot after reload, so you go back to your combat, you will get shotgun delay because you have 2 shotguns in your inventory. But if you take one out, you won't get shotgun delay when you go to like AR, for example. You have to reload, but you're in the middle of a fight, or it just comes down to whoever can aim with shotguns, basically. And, you know, so you switch back to your combat shotgun, like, real fast, but then you won't get the swap delay like you did before. So, here is, like, yeah, that was probably one of the biggest changes here, because it's been in the game since Season 5, and they haven't changed it a single bit, except for in Season 5. So, yeah. And it says, this is a quality of life change to prevent the swap delay system from interfering with players who do not have multiple shotguns in their inventory. As with all changes, we'll be keeping a close eye on this and make adjustments if necessary. So, they reduced the combat shotgun's long-range effectiveness. Oh, Lord. When I read this earlier, I was so happy, guys, because the combat shotgun, I would just get, you know, dumped on from, like, 100 meters. So, yeah. And it says, reduce damage at medium distances by 10%, 2.44 tiles to 4.88 tiles. Reduce damage at long distances by 20%, 4.88 tiles to 9.76 tiles. The combat shotgun's accuracy uniquely enables players to hit shots from longer distances compared to other shotguns. However, the damage at those longer ranges was a little higher than desired. ... Alright, now we have 3 items that have been vaulted, guys. I know, some of you guys might get mad at this, some of you guys might not. I know there are a lot of you guys who really love the Boombo, but yeah, it says vaulted. They put a little bullet point, Boombo, and guys, they took out the dual pistols, which I don't really care for the dual pistols, but I know there are lots of you guys who really love the dual pistols. They also took out dynamite, which I'm happy about because, I mean, guys, there's not one player I know who likes dynamite, excuse me. Not that they didn't like it, just not one person that likes it. So, yeah. These vaults are primarily targeted at adjusting the availability of explosives, putting them more in line with where we think they should be. So, I actually I really do not like when I'm getting spams by some explosives. So I'm really happy they did this. I don't know about you guys. Some of you guys might be mad. I think most of you guys will be mad about the Boombo being vaulted. But I'd say I'm happy with this. So I said they removed the ability to ride proximity grenade launcher projectiles. So my friend and I actually tried this, and you can back in patch, I don't remember, but they added the proximity grenade launcher, and you were able to ride the rocket that it shot out. And the reason I say rocket is it says it's a grenade launcher, but because the ammo it uses and takes up is rockets, so that's why I'm just saying that. But you could ride the little rocket that came out of it, and it's really OP because the thing was so accurate and so smooth that it was just so easy to get into enemies bases and stuff, right? And it says here, due to the faster speed of this projectile, it was causing problems with levels streaming. You can still ride rockets launched from rocket launchers, so we can still rocket ride, guys, don't worry. It says, added short delay to start damaging players from Storm Flip on entry to mimic normal Storm gameplay. So, guys, if you didn't notice this change already, a while back, they made it to where as soon as you entered the Storm, like for a split second, you would actually not take damage, and you can. That was still a thing. It is still a thing. Excuse me, but when they added the storm flip, and this change was still a thing, as soon as you entered the storm flip, not even that split second, you would just get damage. So they added the short delay to the storm flip, and so when you enter it, you have a chance to get out. And it says here, added storm flip to audio visualizer when it was activated. So guys, if you don't know already, you can actually go into your settings, and I think this is personally kind of broken, but you can go into your settings, and if you see a little circle with like a stick man at the top, except more thick sticks, inside of a circle, somewhere it says visualize sound effects, and you can toggle it on and off. When it's on, it shows you like this little circle right in the middle of your screen, and when a certain action happens, like for example, if somebody's shooting an AR, for example, at an enemy and they're behind you, it will show, like, you can just see that they're shooting behind you. You don't even have to hear it. But the OP part is you can also still hear stuff. So a while back, they actually, you couldn't hear with visualize sound effects on, but now you can. Most people thought this was only for mobile, but just recently it's been blowing up. So yeah, guys, and it says toys no longer will show up in the elimination feed on Starter Island. So basically, I would get spammed. So back in Season 6, there would be people who would spam their, fancy tomatoes at me, like the little tomato head. And it would appear in the kill feed. Well, now it doesn't happen. So yeah, guys, that was all the weapons and item changes. Now we're going to go on to bug fixes and adjustments. So players could shoot immediately after using a Rift to Go. So guys, there's like a little glitch with the Rift to Go, and pros were actually practicing this because this was a legit strat. When the circle was really small and it was getting really competitive, you could like Rift to Go somebody, or a lot of people, when it was really small. And if you kept on spamming reload and you pressed shoot, like for a short while, if you kept on spamming reload, you could shoot your thing, and you could shoot the people out of the Rift to Go. And it was so overpowered because you could, like, how can I put it? Just kill people, You'd force them to go somewhere, and then you could just shoot them. So here it says, supply drones would sometimes spawn underground in areas with water. Adjusted the area of around the reboot van that players cannot build to prevent the placement of floors and traps under the van. So what they mean as in adjusted the area of around the reboot van that players cannot build to prevent the placements of floors and traps is they're basically just nerfing where you can like put and build certain structures around the reboot van. So here it says the proximity grenade launcher was auto-reloading while aiming down sights. This fix makes it consistent with snipers and will reload once unscoping or after next attempt to fire. So how can I put it? Yeah, I don't know how to put that one into words, guys, aside from what I read, but yeah, basically that's really all the interesting stuff, guys. Here it says gameplay. Made the hold to swap feature an option. This default is off. So these are just some final honorable mentions, I guess you could say. So guys, there would be times when I was like over somebody's loot and I'd just be spamming B. That's my key to pick up stuff. So many people like get mad at me for that, but yeah, I just am used to that. And I would be spamming B to pick everything up, and then I'd accidentally swap a weapon, and then a guy would come up and kill me. I don't know, it was annoying. So now, as soon as you press your key to like, here's what it said. It says, With the option off, pickup is now back on the initial button press instead of button release. This should result in more responsive pickup behavior. So yeah, that's the best way to put it. It says, made the 4x pressure plate puzzle NW of the block easier to complete. Once unlocked, the 4x will be available for up to 15 seconds. Parking all vehicles on the pedestals will trigger them, except the hoverboard. So yeah, guys, so we have a couple more things, and then the video's over. But it says slipstreams now fade out the visual effects and play audio cues to warn that they are shutting off before collision enforcers are disabled to give players more advanced warning. Added storm flip color switch effects depending on storm intersection points. And here it says one more bug fixes and adjustments in performance. I'm only going to do like one bug fix and some of the performance. So it says skydiving from the bus toward a slipstream was not auto-deploying gliders as the correct height. So they fixed that. And on performance, rendering optimizations on player-built walls to help end-game situations with thousands of building pieces. Added general optimizations for audiovisual indicators. So, they put, what's it called? It says audio. Improvements to grenade launcher, grenade fuse sounds. Added a close range fuse loop that is attenuated, I think it is, based on damage radius. Sound ramps up as the projectile get close to exploding. If you hear this, you're going to take damage unless you block the explosion. So yeah, guys, lower the volume of vehicles in a slipstream that doesn't have a driver / passenger. So you know the two ballers that would just like fly around in the slipstream and tilted. Now we don't hear those guys. And it says increase the range for the enemy one by one pickaxe impact sound from 1 tile to 1.5 tiles. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much everything that you need to know about this patch, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.